Hello and welcome back to another gameplay video on my channel. Welcome to Casebook 1899, the Leipzig Murders. I'm really excited to get into a little murder mystery today. When you're watching this, it will be the 1st of October, so I'm really excited to get into the season with a nice little murder mystery point-and-click adventure here on this day. I don't know how many parts this is, let alone how many chapters this game is. I know there's at least one chapter, so I'm really excited to get into it. A big thank you to IndiEXP and Homo Narrans Studios for gifting a code for me to this game so graciously. I really appreciate it, and I'm really excited to see what this game entails. I'm not very familiar personally with point-and-click games. I've definitely watched quite a few in my time, but I'm really excited to try this on my own for the first time. So let's go ahead and dive in. The year is 1899. We find ourselves in Leipzig, a burgeoning industrial metropolis in the heart of the German Empire. Let's take a moment to enjoy the sight of the bustling activity in the marketplace. I do see. One person who cannot take pleasure in it is Hannah Faber, a former teacher who had to give up her profession due to blindness. She is eagerly awaiting the return of her lodger while listening to her housemaid playing the piano. Oh, madcap motorist. So is this like an episode per chapter or something? Or is this just one long game? Oh no, horse crash. Now, if I keep playing, my fingers will get all knotted up.
Das ist schon recht so, Gretchen.
That's all right, Gretchen. You played out very beautiful today.
Und außerdem wird mein Untermieter wohl bald nach Hause kommen.
And besides, my lodger will probably be coming home soon. I'm gonna try and read after the voice acting is done, because I do want to appreciate some good voice acting in this game, but also, like, read it out loud.
Und mir die Zeit mit seinen Geschichten vertreiben.
And pass the time with his stories.
Ich frage mich, was der Kommissar heute wohl erlebt hat.
I wonder, what adventures did the inspector experience today?
Der Bericht von seinen Ermittlungen ist immer so mitreißend.
The report of his investigations is always so captivating.
Gretchen, du wirst doch nicht etwa heimlich an der Tür lauschen.
Gretchen, you're not sexually. Is that a spelling error? Is that supposed to say secretly? You're not secretly listening at the door, are you?
Das gehört sich für ein Hausmädchen nun wirklich nicht.
That's not really proper for a housemaid.
Ich wollte nicht. Ich bitte um Verzeihung, Frau Faber.
I didn't mean to. I beg your pardon, Miss Faber.
Ich mache nur meine Späße. Wenn du den Geschichten lauschen willst, kannst du gerne die Tür auflassen.
I'm only joking. If you want to listen to the stories, you're welcome to leave the door open.
Im Sommer ist mir der Durchzug
During the summer, the
sowieso
drought is
entgangen.
always welcome anyway.
Und wenn mich nicht alles täuscht, habe ich auch gerade die Schlüssel des Kommissars im Schloss gehört.
And if I'm not mistaken, I just heard the inspector's keys in the lock. She's blind. I remembered that, at least. I still have to learn her
Guten Abend,
name.
Frau Faber. Gretchen. Ach, ich muss mich erst einmal hinsetzen.
Good evening, Miss Faber. Gretchen, let me sit down for a spell.
Die Verbrecherjagd führte heute mehrmals durch die halbe Stadt.
My investigations led me through half the city today.
Aber der Aufwand hat sich wenigstens gelohnt.
But at least the hard
Dann
work
werden
paid off.
Leipzigs Straßen nun von einem Verbrecher weniger unsicher gemacht?
Does that mean there is now one less criminal roaming the streets of Leipzig?
Oh, Sie gönnen einem ausgelaugten Polizeibeamten aber auch gar keine Pause.
You don't really care to give breaks to a worn-out inspector, do you?
Aber das Erzählen vertreibt die Zeit bis zum Abendessen. Am besten beginne ich meine Erzählung gleich.
However, the storytelling should pass the time until dinner. Probably best if I start with right now.
So werde ich vielleicht fertig, bevor das Essen auf dem Tisch steht.
That way I might even finish before the food reaches the table.
Alles begann heute früh in meiner Schreibstube im Polizeirevier.
It all started this morning in my office in the police station.
Ich stand am Fenster und schaute auf das bunte Treiben auf der Wächterstraße.
I stood by the window and looked out the colorful hustle and bustle of Wachner's So I play a lot of GeoGuessr on a lot of downtime, And I always just kind of joke when I see that word. I think it's Straussy? Oh no, what is it? Streise? I think that's what it is. So if I accidentally called it if I accidentally call it Strabe, I mean no offense. I'm just saying it because I always just kind of say it what's in my head. But I think the term is Wachterstreise? Wachterstreise? I had lost myself in my own thoughts.
Und musste mir einen Ruck geben, mich wieder an die Arbeit zu machen.
Had to make an effort to get back to work. The animation's really cool. Leipzig, summer 1899. Was this just today? Is he telling a story about what happened today? Ah yes, the hustle and bustle of Wachterstreise.
Genug Tagträumerei.
Enough daydreaming. That's what I tell myself all the time. I should really be getting back to work. Controls, left click to move to the location, left or right click to examine an object, left click to interact. Okay. The door. Somebody seems to be at the door. Well, let me look at everything else before answering the door. The certificate commemorating my appointment as a detective. It makes me proud whenever I see it. As befits a civil servant, the emperor adorns the walls of my office.
Oh.
A somewhat kitschy landscape. The mountains radiate the peculiar calm. Hat. Plants? My house plant. It could do with a little water. Guilty as charged. What's that? Helmet from my time as a patrolman. I really don't like to think back on it. I never had the money for proper shoes back then, and I always felt cobblestones through my soles. I can still tell which street I am on just by looking at the pavement. A lantern? These are files. That's a plant. Anything else to look at? Doesn't look like it. We can go back and look at the window. Just go back to daydreaming. Ignore the knocking.
Interessant.
Through the open window, I can see the colorful hustle and bustle of Wachterstreise. It's so hard to pronounce things correctly.
Interessant.
I locked the door so that I could work undisturbed, and yet you're daydreaming, sir?
Oh.
I need the key to open the door. Oh. Is it here? Key is not here. Wherever could it be? Detective Kreiser writes down all observations in his notebook. Scroll down and press in to access it. Click on 2 observations, one after the other, to combine them and unlock new actions. Is it under the helmet? Investigate the office to find clues. Okay. Most recently, I worked on the case of Roswitha Rosenlachter. I took the documents out of my filing cabinet just this morning. What was her name? Rosen R? I keep the files of my cases in this cabinet, sorted by last name. It's actually not too shabby a system, with only one shortcoming. There is no room for Z. Okay. I press in. Rosenlachter case. The filing cabinet is sorted alphabetically. An idea! I may have put part of the key in place of the Rose with a Rock files this morning. I'm so sorry if I jumbled the names. My German is not existent. I opened the drawer. Did we find it? Oh, we gotta click it again. Here we go. The key. One key? Is that the only key? He said part of the key. Scroll up or press I to bring the inventory. Click on an item in the inventory to activate it. You can use items in the inventory or the game world. Okay. Okay. Key. Door. Oh.
Schutzmann Wellm.
Patrolman Whelm. Nice to see you. Left click and start a dialogue with a person. Right click and examine a person. Let's examine him first. Patrolman Whelm. A good man who has what it takes to be more. He seems to want to tell me something.
Guten Morgen, Kommissar Kreiser. Sie haben einen neuen Fall.
Good morning, Inspector Kreiser. You have a new case.
Noch einen.
Another one?
Was haben wir denn diesmal?
What have we got this time? Escaped lions? Have the lions escaped from the zoo?
Geschwindigkeit und
Speed and
Gefahr
danger
haben
indeed have
etwas
something to
damit
do with
tun,
it,
aber keine Wildtiere.
minus the wildlife. Suicide? Burglary? Fraud? Speed? Burglary.
Ist es ein Einbruch in einem Kolonialwarenladen?
Is it a burglary at the grocery store?
Exotisch und
Well, your case is
luxuriös geht es
also
schon
exotic
zu,
and
aber mit den
luxurious.
Kolonien hat es
It
nichts zu
doesn't
tun.
involve the colonies. Fraud?
Soll ich einen Betrüger schnappen, der Pelzhändler geprellt hat?
Am I supposed to catch a fraudster who has defrauded furriers?
Ganz kalt. Wer
You couldn't
würde
be
denn
more
so
wrong.
etwas tun?
Sie würden sich wundern, in welcher
You would be surprised.
Gesellschaft man sich da befände.
I guess.
Soll ich wieder mal die Leiche einer Selbstmörderin aufheben?
Am I supposed to pick up the body of a woman again?
Nein.
No,
Selbstmord
it's
war
probably
es
not
diesmal
that
wohl
this
nicht.
time around. Okay, I give up
Ich
then.
gebe auf.
Tell me, what is it?
Natürlich. In Plagwitz ist einer dieser neuartigen Motorwagen ins Wasser gefahren.
One of those new motorized vehicles drove into the water at the Plagwitz district.
Und warum braucht es da
Why would a traffic
Kriminalkommissar?
incident need an inspector?
Weil anscheinend faules Spiel
Because apparently
stattgefunden
foul
hat
play
und der
took
Fahrer
place,
tot
and the
ist.
driver is now dead.
Besorgen Sie uns schon einmal eine Kutsche.
You go ahead and secure us a carriage, not one of the motorized vehicles. Oh, we got a map. Are we leaving now? We've looked at everything in here, right? Let's look here again. Oh, just the Rosita case again. Okay. Well, let's get out. Secure a
Los
carriage.
geht's.
Let's go. Click on the exit to call up the map. Inspector Kreiser can use it to travel to new places. To do so, simply click on the pin. Your game will be saved automatically when you enter a new location. Well, I'm guessing it's this one. Wait, no, we are at the PlayStation. We're going to Plagwitz. Plagwitz. Reiki, you can never see the sky, not even on sunny days due to all the smoke, so like an industrial district. And who do we have here?
Gustav Möbius. Was macht denn ein Staatsanwalt
Gustav
bei einem
Mobius.
Verkehrsunfall?
What brings the prosecutor to the scene of a traffic
Mein
accident?
lieber Freund, hier handelt es sich mitnichten um einen
My dear friend, this is by no
gewöhnlichen
means an ordinary accident.
Weil dies der erste Tote ist, den wir aus einem Motorwagen bergen mussten.
Because this is the first dead body we've had to recover from a motor vehicle.
Unfall. Richtig. Und weil es immer mehr solcher Unfälle gibt, soll ich ein Gutachten erstellen.
Right, and since there have been some accidents like this lately, I'm required to conduct an
Ein
assessment.
Gutachten.
Assessment? What about
Wozu?
exactly?
Ob die Stadt eine Verordnung braucht,
Whether the city
die
would
den
need an ordinance on
Automobilverkehr
regulating or
reguliert.
automobile traffic, like traffic lights.
Aber ehrlich gesagt,
Let's
habe
be honest,
ich
I'm
so
having
meine
doubts as to whether
Zweifel,
this was an
dass
accident.
hier ein Unfall war.
Wie kommen Sie denn da?
What makes you think that?
Oh, nein, mein lieber Kommissar.
Oh no, my dear
Das
inspector.
müssen Sie schon
You will have to
selbst
find that out for yourself.
Aber ich stehe
But I
Ihnen
am, of course, at your
natürlich zur
disposal should you
Verfügung,
need help. If you can't find some objects or feel stuck, you can ask Gustav Mobius to mark them. You can also press and hold the left mouse button on Mobius to quickly display all hotspots. Oh, so he's like a little hinter friend. Enough chit-chat. I have witnesses to question and evidence to preserve. I should probably talk to the patrolman Whelm first. Okay. I'll talk to him first then. Wait, what does he look like?
Frisch ans Werk, Wilm. Was wissen wir denn schon?
Let's get to work, Whelm. What do we know so far?
Nur, dass das Automobil
Only that the motor
Absperrung
vehicle
mit
broke through the
großer
barrier at
Geschwindigkeit
immense
durchbrochen hat.
speed.
Und da die Brücke noch nicht fertig ist,
And
ist
since
der
the bridge
Wagen
was
in
yet
den
to be
Fluss
finished, the
gerauscht.
car plummeted into the river. The body?
Ich nehme an, dass es sich bei der Leiche um den Fahrer handelt.
I assume that the body is the driver?
Richtig. Der Mann war hinter seinem
Correct.
Steuer
The
eingeklemmt
man was
und
trapped
musste
behind the
mit
wheel
Gewalt
and had to be pulled out by
herausgezogen werden.
force. Cause of death?
Woran ist der Mann
How did he
gestorben?
die?
Der Arzt sagt, dass er ertrunken ist. Er hat anscheinend nicht versucht, sich zu
The doctor
befreien.
says he drowned. He apparently did not try to free himself. He had a seatbelt?
Wissen wir schon, wer der Tote
Do we already
ist?
know who the dead man is?
Er hatte seine Dokumente bei sich.
He had his documents
Er
on
heißt
him. His name was Edward
Ulich
Vir
und wohnt am
Ulich?
Marienplatz.
And he lives close to Marienplatz.
Ich werde die Familie benachrichtigen.
Good, I will inform the family. Oh.
Hat jemand
Did
den
anyone
Unfall
see the
gesehen?
accident?
Der Bauarbeiter dort drüben hat alles von seinem Gerüst
The
aus
construction
verfolgt.
worker over there watched everything from his scaffolding.
Haben wir schon eine Vermutung?
Do
wie
we
es zu
already
dem
have
Unfall
suspicion
kam?
as to how the accident occurred?
Das Bremsband ist gerissen
The
und
brake
der Fahrer
band
konnte den
broke,
Motorwagen
and so
nicht
the driver
mehr
had no way of stopping the motor vehicle. Did someone break it?
stoppen. Ich habe die
Was
Schutzmänner
this
angewiesen,
not an
nichts
accident?
anzufassen,
I've instructed the patrolman not to touch
damit sie
anything,
sich
so that you
selbst
can
ein
see for
Bild machen
yourself.
können.
Schön, dass Sie mitdenken wollen.
Good thinking, Phil.
Das war's erst einmal.
That's it for now.
Ich stehe Ihnen
At your
jederzeit
service, Mr.
zur
Inspector. So
Verfügung,
many men
Herr
at my
Kommissar.
service. Can we... Patrolman Whelm has taken up position behind the security barrier. Okay, what about you? The prosecutor looks almost thrilled to be here. What's this? A sledgehammer? What's that? Looks like the new bridge is still not finished. The motor vehicle is done for. Seems to have entered the river at great speed. The patrolmen are trying to pull it out of the river from the other side. The motor vehicle must have been going quite fast, so much so it split the construction site barrier in two. I guess I'll look at the body first. Yep, dead. The man seems to have drowned. He was also a pretty nasty head wound. Oh. Is that all that we're gonna see? Okay. What about looking? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Is there anything? Driver drowned. The driver suffered a head wound. That's all we know. We'll look at this rope, maybe? Oh, there's... Oh, skid marks here. The brake band of a motor vehicle. The ends look smoothly cut through. So intentionally cut through. Not like a rip. Now I know what the prosecutor meant. Something doesn't seem to be right here. Skid marks. The tracks on the motor vehicle lead straight towards the bridge. And what is this? As tempting as the toolbox is, I need a good reason before rummaging through it. Next to the construction site is a large pile of sand. I wonder what it's used for. Sand! It's everywhere. Alright. Let's examine this guy first before we approach him. Construction worker looks more impatient than dismayed.
Und Sie sind?
And you are?
Hungrig. Ich will
Hungry.
meine Pausenbrote. Aber diese Polizisten
I want
lassen
my
mich nicht auf das
sandwiches, but these
Gerüst.
policemen won't let me back on the scaffolding.
Kann ich Ihnen trotzdem
Can I still
einige
ask you a
Fragen
few
stellen?
questions at least?
Wenn ich Hunger
When I'm
habe,
hungry, my head works
funktioniert
slowly.
mein
He does have a
Kopf
point.
nur.
Das bedeutet nein.
Just to be
oder?
sure, that means no, correct?
Richtig.
Right.
Ich muss also
So I have to
erst Ihren
satisfy your
Hunger
hunger first
stillen,
before you'll consider
bevor Sie mit
talking to
mir
me?
sprechen.
Genau.
Exactly.
Ich leih mir den...
Ist mir egal.
Oh.
Den Hammer kann
Oh, I went to borrow a hammer. What am I borrowing a hammer for? Why did I borrow a hammer?
Interessant.
Oh, I can walk off? Do I want to walk away from the scene?
Wir sollten unsere
We should
Ermittlung
continue
nicht
our investigation
begleiten.
elsewhere. I will accompany you. Police station. Well, wait. I guess I'll have to find food. Maybe at the family's house. Hey, I need to get some food for this man. Never mind. Can I talk to this guy again? Oh, am I to grab his lunch up there?
Ich habe doch noch
I do have
eine
one more
Frage.
question. I don't.
Das war's erst
Ich stehe Ihnen.
Okay. His lunch is over there.
Oh,
I can't reach it. Don't I have rope? Rope? What an extraordinary idea. Yeah? Can't reach it. Hammer and a rope? What an extraordinary idea. Rope and a hammer? I don't want to break that. Oh. What's this? I don't think it works like that.
Kommissar Kreiser.
Inspector Kreiser. Help! let's look and see.
Schauen Sie sich hier
Take a
einmal
good look
genau
around. There's still something to do here. Okay.
Das war sie.
Can I put a hammer in the sand? Okay. Otherwise, there's nothing of interest in the toolbox. Oh, this guy's missing a shoe.
Naja.
That makes no sense.
Ah.
Don't want to break that. Does not need to be illuminated. Does this need to be illuminated? No. Does this guy need to be illuminated?
Interessant.
He does not. Okay. Does the sand need to be illuminated?
Oh.
Okay. Oh. Mayan Idlich, mail order company and royal purveyor to the court. Oh. Oh, nope. That's just the menu.
Naja.
Am I already stumped?
Kommissar Kreiser.
Hotspots? Think you need your keen eye. Might I suggest having a closer look around here? I looked at all of these.
Naja.
Can't reach it. How do I get his lunchbox?
Naja.
Maybe I have to go elsewhere. Because I've looked at everything. Maybe there's something that I could find to grab it from the family. Which is weird, but I feel like we're losing a witness if we go elsewhere, but I like the loading screen. It's really peaceful. This guy just hangs out with me.
Die Villa des Toten.
Though here we are, the mansion of the deceased. And here we have the wife, who is now an unsuspecting widow. I should probably deliver the terrible news before I interrogate the servant as well. A good plan. I wish you much strength. Thanks, friend. Some nice plans to cover the outer wall of the garage. The Olix residence is one of the most impressive mansions in Leipzig. In the corner of the garden stands a small bush that is bearing blackberries. Better not touch the berries, those are deadly nightshades. They are highly toxic and can lead to hallucinations, paralysis, and even death. Looks like some of the fruit has already been picked.
Entschuldigen Sie, dass wir in Ihr Heim eindringen.
Excuse us for intruding into your home, but this is most essential.
Ich bin Kommissar
I am
Kaiser
Inspector
von der Leipziger
Kreiser from the Leipzig
Kriminalpolizei.
Criminal Investigation Department.
Sind Sie die Ehefrau
Are you
von
Edward
Eduard
Ulrich's
Ulrich?
wife?
Richtig.
That's correct. I'm
Ich
Emma
bin Emma
Ulrich.
Ulrich.
Please tell me, what is it you want from
Sagen Sie mir
me?
bitte, was Sie von mir wünschen?
Ihr Ehemann hatte heute Morgen einen Unfall mit seinem Motorwagen.
I regret to inform you that your husband had an accident with his motor vehicle.
Hatte einen Unfall?
He had an accident? How dreadful. Is he all right? Is he okay?
Er ist leider
Unfortunately, he
noch
died
an
at the
der
scene of the
Unfallstelle
accident.
verstorben. Ich muss Sie leider
I'm
bitten,
sorry,
noch
but I'm
einige
afraid to
Fragen
ask
zu
you a few
beantworten.
more questions. I'm afraid to, but I will.
Ich werde versuchen, Ihnen zu helfen, wo ich kann.
I will try to help you where I can. She doesn't seem too shocked.
Darf ich Ihnen einige Fragen zu Ihrem Ehemann stellen?
May I ask you a few questions about your husband?
Sicher doch.
Sure you can, if you think that will help you.
Ihr Mann
Your
fuhr
husband
einen
drove an
Motorwagen.
automobile. That is still a very
Das war
unusual
ein
means of
sehr
transport.
ungewöhnliches
Er war ganz vernarrt.
He
in
was
dieses
completely
Spielzeug.
infatuated with that toy.
Ich habe
I always
immer
told him
gesagt,
that it would be
dass
the
es einmal
death of
sein
him.
Tod sein würde. Es ist nicht
It's not
einfach,
the
immer
always,
recht zu
it's not
haben.
easy to always be right, you know? You know? What do you expect your husband to come back from the grave? Told you so.
Wir müssen noch sehen, was der genaue Grund
We have yet to
seines
see the
Todes war.
exact cause of his
Dafür
death
bin ich ja
was,
hier.
and that's why I'm here.
War er ein guter
Was he a good
Fahrer?
driver?
Aber sicher.
Sure he was. He drove the
Er fuhr
thing
dieses
almost every
Ding fast
day.
täglich. Wenn ich die Kutsche
Even when I
kam,
took the
ist
horse
er
carriage, he
mir
would follow
mit diesem Karren
behind in that
hinterhergefahren.
ridiculous thing.
Ich habe es ihm
Because I
nämlich
wouldn't
nicht
allow him to
erlaubt,
drive
vor
in
mir
front of
zu
me and
fahren und die
pollute the
Luft
air
zu
with those
verpesten
exhaust
mit den
fumes.
Abgasen.
Einen Unfall halten
So
Sie
you think
also
an
für
accident is out of the
unwahrscheinlich?
question?
Aber wo denken Sie
What are
denn
you
hin?
saying? What else could it have been if
Was
not an
anderes als ein
accident?
Unfall. Der Wagen war doch
That
die
car was a
reinste
real death
Todesfalle.
trap.
Hatte Ihr Mann
Did your husband have any
irgendwelche
enemies?
Es gab sicher
There were
viele, die
certainly more than a
neidisch
few
waren
who were
auf das,
envious
was
of what
er
he had
im Leben
achieved in
erreicht hatte.
life.
Aber Feinde?
But enemies?
So weit würde ich
No, I
nicht
wouldn't go
gehen.
that far.
Und überhaupt?
And remind me, didn't you just
Haben Sie
declare
nicht
that
von
it was an
einem
accident?
Unfall gesprochen?
Das zu ermitteln
Determining
ist meine
is my job,
Aufgabe,
and I like to
und
be
ich bin
thorough.
gern gründlich. Hatte Herr Ulrich
Did Mr. Ulrich
irgendwelche
have
gesundheitlichen
have
Probleme?
any health issues?
Nein.
No, he was always well. He was in the prime of his life and had more energy than many a
Und hatte
youngster.
mehr Energie als für meinen
Too much
Geschmack
energy
sogar
for my
zu viel
taste,
Energie,
if you
wenn
catch my
Sie verstehen.
drift.
Ich gebe mir
I'm
größte
trying
Mühe,
very
es
hard
nicht
not
zu tun.
to. Girl?
Ich komme
I'll come back
später
to
noch
that later.
einmal.
Alles zu
All
Ihrer
in your own
eigenen
time,
Zeit,
Mr.
Herr
Inspector.
Kommissar.
Sie
Gardening?
kümmern sich selbst
You
um Ihren
can...
Garten?
Bleh.
Kein Gärtner?
My face always starts itching when I record these VODs, so I'm so sorry. You take care of your garden yourself, no gardener?
Allerdings.
Indeed I do. It's a pleasure for me to see the work of my own hands grow and flourish. We did have a gardener ages ago, but after I explained that his work to him 3 times, he quit. And since then, I've been taking care of my little domain.
Das Bremsband des Motorwagens.
The brake band of the motor vehicle
markante
has striking cut
Knickkanten auf.
edges.
And
And what have I got to do with that? I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, okay. Am I giving her too much information? I feel like I'm
Der
giving too
Fahrer
much
erlitt eine
information.
Kopfwunde, als mit dem Wagen ins Wasser fiel.
The driver suffered a head wound when his car dived into the water. How terrible. But he also drowned. It's possible, however, that he may have not been conscious when he did. Drowned. Such a horrible death. Let's hope he didn't suffer. She seems really chill.
Nehmen Sie sich einen Moment,
Take a
sich
moment
zu
to collect your thoughts. I may have more questions later. Thank you very much, but it's quite all right. Can I... Although the woman is handling gardening tools, she is clearly recognizable as lady of the house. Okay. I thought it would talk more about her demeanor. This mechanic is a giant. He's even taller than the prosecutor. Let me look at these tools.
Oh.
A few tools are hung neatly on the wall. One tool seems to be missing.
Guten Tag. Mein Name ist Josef Kreiser.
I mean, she's holding the rake. Is that a tool? Good day. My name is Josef Kreiser.
Darf ich
May I
Sie
ask
fragen,
you what your
welcher
connection with
Verbindung Sie
Edward
zu
Ulrich
Eduard-
is?
Dürfen Sie.
You may,
Muss
but do
ich
I have to
denn
answer?
antworten?
Müssen Sie.
I imagine you must. I'm a police inspector and here on a serious matter.
Angelegenheit hier.
Na, wenn das so ist.
Well, in that case, I
ich
am
bin
Max Topfer,
Töpfer, der Mechaniker Eduard Ulichs.
Edward Ulrich's mechanic.
Ich muss Sie leider informieren, dass Herr
I regret to
Ulrich tot
inform
ist.
you that Mr. Ulrich is dead.
Ach,
Oh,
was ist
what
denn
happened?
passiert?
Es gab einen
There was an
Unfall
accident
mit
with the
dem
motor
Kraftwagen,
vehicle that
den
he was
fuhr.
driving. These two are having an affair, and she did it with the garden shears.
Das ist schlecht.
That is most unfortunately, but tell me, is the car all right? I will pretend I didn't hear your impertinence just for this once and ask you some questions instead,
Wenn es sein muss,
if you must. I have questions about your employer.
dann schießen Sie mal los.
Fire away. Have you seen Edward Ulick this morning?
Ich habe ihn gehört, bevor
I
ich
heard
ihn
him before I
gesehen
saw him. I guess the whole
habe. Deshalb
neighborhood
wohl das
did.
ganze Viertel.
What do you mean with that exactly?
Die Ulichs hatten
The
heute
Ulicks had a
Morgen
particularly
einen
loud
sehr
argument this
lautstarken
morning.
Streit.
Did you hear what it was about?
Das war nicht zu überhören.
I couldn't help
Aber
it
ich will
hearing,
nicht mit
but I didn't want to
wegwerfen.
cast stones.
Reden Sie
You'd be
lieber
better
mit
off
der
talking to
Frau
Miss Ulick. I will do just that.
Jedenfalls war Herr
In any
Ulich
case,
so
Mr. Ulick was so
erregt, dass
riled up that he was
ganz
talking
wirres
crazy.
Zeug geredet hat. Da hatte ich ganz
Had a
schöne
lot of
Mühe,
trouble
mich auf
concentrating
meine
on my
Arbeit zu
work.
konzentrieren.
Enough to snip the belt? What was Edward Ulick like as an employer?
Wie heißt das?
What
Man
is
soll
it they
nicht
say?
schlecht
You
über
shouldn't
die
speak
Toten
ill of the
reden?
dead?
Dann sag
And then
ich
I'd better say
besser
nothing.
nichts.
But one should always tell the police the truth.
Na, wenn Sie es wollen.
Well, if that's what you want, he was a
Knauser
cheapskate
und
and
ein
an exploiter.
Ausbeuter.
How would you describe the marriage of the Ulicks?
Gar nicht.
I
Wenn es
wouldn't
Ihnen
at all,
recht
if you
ist.
don't mind. I'm
Noch
still in
bin
the
ich im
Ulicks'
Dienste der
service.
Ulichs.
You could help solve a crime.
Nun gut.
Very well. The marriage was not very harmonious. The two
harmonisch.
quarreled more often than they
Die beiden stritten sich
reconciled.
öfter.
What would they quarrel about?
Das müssten Sie
For
Frau
that, I'd have to
Ulich
ask Miss
wirklich
Ulick.
selbst fragen.
Sorry. Very interesting. Let's talk about the automobile.
Aber immer doch.
But of course, that is the one thing I'd love to go on and on about. Did the vehicle pose any danger?
Nicht mehr als von
No
einem
more than a horse and a
Pferdewagen.
cart would.
Glauben Sie
I don't
nicht
believe
alles,
everything
was
you
Sie
read
in
in the
der Zeitung
papers.
lesen. Dem Motorwagen
The future
gehört
lies in the
Zukunft.
motor vehicle.
Verlassen Sie
Count
sich
on it.
drauf.
At the moment, however, they are still rather awkward and unsafe, aren't they?
Am Anfang gibt es
There are
immer
always little
kleine
setbacks at the
Probleme.
beginning. Just think
Denken
back
Sie
to the
einmal
first
an die ersten
locomotives.
Züge. Da hieß es auch, dass sie
It was
den
argued that they
Menschen
were
schaden
harmful to
und sich
humans,
nicht
so will certainly
durchsetzen
not
werden.
prevail. And now there is hardly a village without a train station. I'll give you that.
Und irgendwann wird
And at some
jeder
point,
Mensch
everyone
einen
will come down
Motorwagen
to
besitzen.
own a
Glauben Sie
motorized
mir.
vehicle. Believe me. What was the car in good working condition?
Wollen Sie mich
Are you trying to
beleidigen?
insult me and
Der Wagen
insinuate
war
something? That
stets
car
gut
was
in
always in
Schuss.
good shape.
Da hat nie
There was
eine
never a
Schraube
screw that
gewackelt
wobbled or
oder
a wheel
ein
that
Rad
squeaked.
gequietscht.
I simply
So
wouldn't have
etwas gab
allowed
es
it.
beim
How would you rate Edward Ulick as a driver?
als einen
One
der
of the best in
besten.
Leipzig.
Er konnte von hier
He could
bis
drive from here to
Taucher fahren,
Tusch.
ohne dass ihm der Motor ausging.
I didn't hear him say that word. He could drive from here to Tocho without even killing the engine once. Let's talk about something
Wenn es
else,
unbedingt.
if we must. Well, he didn't want to disclose the argument stuff. The brake band is broken.
Darüber weiß
I wouldn't
ich
know
nichts.
anything about that. Why wouldn't you if you kept the car in good shape? The driver suffered a head wound.
Darüber weiß ich nicht.
I wouldn't know anything about that. He drowned? I know that already. Okay. All right. I have no further questions at the moment.
Sie wünschen.
As you wish, Chief. I'm not the chief. I don't think I'm the chief. I'm sorry, but afraid I have more ask you more
Ich werde
questions.
versuchen, Ihnen zu...
Has Max Topher worked for you for a long time?
Ja, das tut
Yes,
er.
indeed. Now he'll have to look for a new job, it seems. Poor man. He only took care of the motor vehicle, and without there is nothing for him to do here. My husband recommended him quite a bit, and even withheld some of his wages at the end, I believe. But I actually was quite fond of him, even if he only had the vehicle in mind. There was a fight between them? What about? It was about a scratch on the car, the repair of which was to be paid for out from Max's wages. But you best ask the man himself. Edward was so enraged on the morning that he was talking crazy. I don't know anything about that. You had an argument. How did you figure? I get it. I suppose Max couldn't keep his big mouth shut again. It is true that the last words I exchanged with my husband were spoken in anger. What was the argument about? What it was always about. My husband unfortunately never took his marriage vows very seriously. Meaning? My God, do I have to spell it out? He was one unfaithful bastard. Although, I probably shouldn't be saying that now since he's gone.
Max Töpfer hatte kein gutes Verhältnis
Max
zu
did
dem
not have a good
Toten.
relationship with the dead man.
Er sollte
He was
für
supposed to pay for
Schäden
damages to the
an
motor
den-
vehicle.
Darüber weiß ich nichts.
You don't know anything about that? You told me!
Eduard Uhlich
So he
war
wasn't
seiner
faithful to his
Ehefrau
wife and she knew this
Sie
too?
mir das unter
Do you
die
have to rub it in so much? Sorry. Okay.
Nehmen Sie sich ein.
I'll have to talk to Max again.
Ich habe noch mehr.
Wenn es sein.
Wages?
Ich habe gehört,
I
dass
heard
es
that there was a
zuletzt
dispute
Streit
between you and your
zwischen Ihnen und
employer
Ihrem
recently?
Arbeitgeber gab.
Ach.
Mrs. Olick is trying to discredit me now? Well, I should have seen that coming.
Herr Uhlich hat
Mr. Ulick
behauptet,
claimed
dass
that I had
seinen
damaged his
Motor
motor
war.
vehicle,
Dabei hat er den
when it
Schaden
was him who
selbst
caused the damage while returning from one of his nightly trips.
Und warum hat
And
dies
why
zu
did this
einem
lead to
so
such a
heftigen
heated
Streit
argument?
geführt?
Weil er mir den Schaden von
Because he
meinem
wanted to
Lohn
dock my pay
abziehen
for the
wollte.
damage.
Da hat
That
es
was the
mir
last
gereicht
straw,
und ich
and I
habe
handed in my
gekündigt.
notice. So he's supposed to be fired already? Already? Do I re-clarify that with him?
Für den Moment.
Wie sie wir-
Hang on, let me check his demeanor. No. Let me check her demeanor.
Naja.
No.
Ich muss Sie leider.
Ich werde
Okay, let's ask her about the quitting.
Max Töpfer hat
He
seine
quit his
Stelle als
job.
darüber weiß
I don't know anything about that. Oh.
Nehmen Sie sich ein.
vielen
I mean, there's nothing else to go by. Can I... Wait, how do I load up my inventory again? Is the hammer missing? Hammer doesn't fit here. Okay. I mean, it's probably her mouth. I mean, her rake. Plants cover the outer wall of the garage. Do I hammer it?
Naja.
I don't want to break that. Okay.
Kommissar Kra
Frame stuck.
Schauen Sie sich hier einmal
There's still
genau-
something to do here.
Das war's erst.
There isn't.
Wir sollten unsere.
Ich begleite.
Is there anything at the police station that would help me, I wonder?
Schön, haben Sie es
You have it good in your
Ihrer-
office. Thank you.
Oh. Hm.
Kommissar Kra
Ich glaube,
Hier sollten Sie einmal...
There's 2 spots here? Oh.
naja.
Windows closed and the shutters are in place. What am I missing?
Los geht's.
Let's go! I guess we'll go back to the construction site. Maybe I talk to the prosecutor now that I've told the family?
Ich habe doch noch.
I do have one more question. I
Das war
don't.
doch erst ein-
Ich stehe Ihnen... Kommissar Kra
Ich glaube,
Hier sollten Sie...
I've looked at all these things.
interessant.
Can I use it?
Naja. Hm. Interessant.
Oh, I hit the hood and frame hard with the hammer. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but sure. lunchbox. Can I inspect the lunchbox? Can I look and see what's in the lunchbox? Here are your sandwiches. Well, what do you know? The police are good for something after all. Ask your questions if you have to. What's your name? My name is August Baumann. I am the foreman here at the construction site. Hope I can get back to work soon. The bridge has to be finished after all. Show a little respect. A man has died. It's their own fault if you ask me. Anyone who uses a motorized vehicle must surely be tired of living. But I didn't ask you. Dang. You saw the accident. I'd say I was at the top of the scaffolding when this maniac came racing down the road. When did you notice the automobile? The moment he turned into the road. He was going much too fast to be swerving from side to side. And headed straight for the construction site? Exactly. I thought to myself, why didn't he just take a step on the brake? But by then it was already too late. The car had crashed into the river. I was so scared I almost fell off the scaffolding. The bridge still isn't finished, as you well can see. And for the very dim-witted, we had to put up barriers too. But that didn't stop this driver from going towards the bridge at full speed anyway. Was he in love with the mechanic and he just couldn't take him quitting? Fine by me. Okay, well... The driver suffered a head wound when his car fell into the water. I don't know anything about that. The vehicle apparently had no functioning brakes. Did the driver do anything else to stop the car? I wondered about that too. The driver could have hit the pile of sand. As a last resort, he could have jumped off, but he drove straight into the river. Interesting. I don't think he would care much about any of these. I don't think he cares much. Do I talk to you now? And what do I use the rope for? You've seen there everything there is on the bridge. Don't forget to combine your observations in your notebook. My notebook? How do I look at my notebook again? How do I... Wait, hang on. Maybe it'll tell me my controls? It does not tell me my controls. Okay. Oh, in for notebook. Okay. Edward Ulrich is so agitated this morning that he spoke incoherently. Max Hover argued maybe they had an argument. One extraordinary idea. I don't think so. Several mistresses, so they had a bitter argument. Okay.
Oh.
How jealous was Emma Ulrich really enough to commit a murder? Oh, what's this? You have combined a motive. Click on the motive and read the explanation carefully. Click again to close the text. It is now automatically integrated into the logic. You can open and read it again at any time. Edward Ulrich's new wife knew of his constant womanizing. After all, it repeatedly led to arguments in their marriage. It's possible it became too much for Emma Ulrich, and she finally put an end to the stories. Okay. What his job? Now the mechanic has a motive too. Severe enough to serve as a motive for the murder? Max had a dispute with Edward about his wage deductions. He was left to pay for damages to the motor vehicle out of his own pocket. It's much possible for this infuriated so much that he decided not only to terminate his contract, but also his employer. Wait. It's possible this infuriating... I feel like it's more drawn towards... I feel like the mechanic has more of a motive. Suffered a head wound. Brake band is broken. Is that an idea? Okay. The question is whether the driver was conscious or not. You have unlocked the first decision. Click on it and decide an explanation. Several correct decisions will unlock new conclusions. You can change any decision again later. What does this mean? What does this mean? Could not react in time to avoid the accident. This indicates that he was not conscious during the accident. He tried to brake in order to avoid the accident, but was in vain. This indicates that he was conscious during the accident. Brake in order to avoid the accident, but was in vain. He was conscious during... Well, I would think if the brake band ripped off, it would have been used. Possibly? I don't really understand the motive behind a decision. They spoke incoherently. Oh, can we combine things? Oh. He's missing a shoe and that bugs me. Okay, maybe we need to go to the wife again.
Wir sollten unsere
Okay. I see that one tool happens to be missing. Where is the tool?
Ich muss sie leider...
Let's see. Check your notebook. I think she said she knows nothing about it. Okay.
Nehmen Sie sich einen... Ich habe noch... Laut mag
Ich stehe vor Ihnen.
Brake band was broken, dude.
Darüber weiß
I
ich
wouldn't know
nichts.
anything about that. He does. He's gotta know.
Für den...
Wie Sie würden.
Should I illuminate this? Is that something I can do here? This does not need to be illuminated. Okay. What about this? Are they gonna find something in here?
Interessant.
Not need to be illuminated. Okay. What about the bush? What's that? Some berries in a small bowl. Someone must have picked them from that bush up there. Who collects deadly nightshade? Well, that's her reason.
Ich muss Sie leider bitten...
Girl, your nightshade?
Haben Sie die
Did you
Beeren
collect the
von dem
berries from the bush behind you? Yeah, what of it? Don't you know they're highly toxic? Is that so? I had no idea.
Nun, jetzt wissen Sie
Well,
es
now
ja.
you know. Better toss them
Werfen Sie
before a
sie lieber
disaster
weg.
should happen.
Wirf noch eines.
Another one, I mean. Allegedly by accident.
Und das behaupte ich auch. Und da
Okay.
Nehmen Sie sich einen Moment.
vielen Dank.
I don't know. It's kind of a silly connection, but... Did he accidentally? Did he cause his own? Did Emma know about the harmfulness of deadly nightshade or not? I would think so, if she's such an expert in gardening. Knew exactly of the dangers. Picked the nightshade, but was not aware of the danger. I think she knew. I still don't understand how that's supposed to help us. Oops. The garage is pitch black. Maybe there would be something interesting to discover here. You should never leave the station without your lamp, and that's why we collected it. Much better. Let's have a look then. Aha, what do we have here? A pair of scissors. The blades look quite battered. Indeed, this is where the scissors should be. What do you know about the scissors?
Ich habe noch mehr.
Eine Sache.
Für den
Wie Sie würden.
Do I ask my friend?
Kommissar,
Help!
Ich fürchte,
schauen Sie sich hier einmal
There's
genau.
still something to do here.
ich glaube,
Hier sollten
Okay. Oh, well, we didn't really look at the marks there. Traces of a wagon are visible on the ground. A wagon? Tracks of the horses in the wagon itself are nowhere to be found. Can I cut this? Does not need to be cut. What about the berries? Does not need to be cut. Can I ask her about the scissors?
ich muss.
Ich werde vers...
Can't.
Nehmen
Now
Sie
can
sich
I
ein-
ask my friend?
Kommissar Kra
Hotspots.
glaub-
Hier sollten Sie einmal
Yeah, we looked at all those. Help.
Schauen Sie sich hier einmal.
Something to do here. Are there 2 dots here?
Oh, fast. Sie sind. Oh, Sie sind.
Ich habe noch.
Eine Sache.
There's something missing.
Darüber weiß.
The roof?
Für den.
Wie Sie.
Is there anything left in the shed? We've looked at the house. Can we talk about the rig?
Ich muss.
Ich werde...
Oh. No, we can't look at our decisions either.
Nehmen Sie sich einen Moment.
I can't ask them where the horse and carriage is.
Ich habe.
Eine Sache.
Hmm.
Wie Sie.
Found everything of interest here.
Naja.
Blades of the scissors and the edges of the brake band are very similar. Was it tampered with? Oh. Do that, and then combined the brake band. The brake band either tore by itself or someone tampered with it. Edge of the brake band match Max Topher's scissors. He cut the brake band to provoke an incident. Yeah. I think the mechanic has more of a dealio in it. Can I talk to him about it? Can we talk about it? No?
Für
Wie Sie. Kommissar Kra Hier im Garten.
You have seen
haben
all
Sie
of what the
alles
garden has to
vergessen
offer.
Sie
Don't forget
nicht
to combine
Ihre
your operations in
Beobachtungen.
your notebook. I did.
Das war's.
Am I supposed to click things together and make a web or something? I did. What do? Do I go back to the prosecutor, I wonder?
Wir sollten unsere...
Ich begleite.
Oh, oops.
Wir sollten...
Ich be...
Ich habe doch... Das war's.
Ich stehe Ihnen...
Well, what am I to do? Make a web? Trying to figure this out. Oh. Max Hofer killed his employer due to having base motives and did so insidiously. He is a murderer who must be brought to justice. Yeah. That's what I decide. Now I know what we have to do. Are we looking at an arrest? Indeed. And the solution was, as so often the case, the most obvious explanation. Dun dun dun. So I had no choice but to arrest Max Hofer. After Edward Olick cut his wages, his hatred increased immeasurably. In retaliation, he cut the brake band of the motor vehicle, and so that his employer would wind up having an accident. Now it's up to the prosecutor to decide whether this was a murder, or the mechanic just wanted to scare Mr. Olick. He couldn't have known that he could be driving his motor vehicle into Elster that day. But why didn't the driver just leap out of the motor vehicle? You don't sound particularly convinced. Do you think he is somehow innocent? No, not at all. I believe you in that Max Hofer was trying to get back at his employer. But I can't help but wonder if he was the only one who had to score to settle with Edward Olick. The report has been written and Emma Olick is currently on his way to go before the magistrate. Is that a typo? Now it's too late to change anything. I mean, I think they both had their motives, really. I just saw more of a tender tragedy. I just saw more of the clues matched up more to the mechanic. Tender tragedy. I'm guessing this is like a chapter 2 type situation here.
Oh nein, jetzt habe ich Sie geweckt, Frau Faber.
But I'm actually going to end it here as finishing on the first case. We were very successful, I feel. I felt confident in my decision. But yeah, I guess the game just kind of leaves you up to what you would want to decide for the situation. I don't know if there is a right or a wrong answer, but I guess we'll find out next time in our next case when we come back to this, because I'm definitely going to continue this for the month of October. I don't know how long in particular that the game is, but I'm very excited to start it up. Let me know if you liked me talking over the voice acting or talking after the voice acting, or if you don't want any voice acting at all. It's completely up to you. I would like to listen to the voice acting as we're playing, but of course, you're the one watching this. I'm just listening and playing for you. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far, and big thank you to IndiEXP and the developers of this game for gifting me a key, because I'm enjoying it, and it's going to be great for October vibes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!